I'm Cody Morrison. I'm 35 and I have chronic LGL leukemia.
Hello, I'm Leah. I am 44 years old. I am 4 years into remission from stage 3C1 adenocarcinoma of the cervix.
My name is Angela Campos. I'm 36 years old and I was diagnosed with classical Hodgkin's lymphoma at the age of 34.
Hi, my name is Perry Zimmerman. I am 25 years old and I'm currently in treatment for my third osteosarcoma.
Hi, my name is Anna Maria Scaccia. I am 43 years old. I am a stage 1 chromophobe renal cell carcinoma survivor, as well as a stage 1 papillary thyroid carcinoma survivor.
My name is Monica Henderson. I am 26 years old and I was diagnosed with an aggressive soft tissue tumor called rhabdomyosarcoma when I was 2 years old.
Hi, my name is Megan Schoonover. I am 33 years old and I was diagnosed with stage 3C triple negative breast cancer.
My journey with cancer is complicated. I was diagnosed at 24 after I saw one oncologist, and he said he didn't want to give a 24-year-old patient a diagnosis of a 1 in 5 million cancer. So he recommended some doctors to go to. I went to them, and while I was waiting for those appointments, I went to the good old standby Google, and I researched online about my cancer, found as much as I could, so I went into my appointments as an educated patient.
I often call myself a cancer lifer because cancer has impacted me since the day I was born. Being born with genetic retinoblastoma makes it so that you're kind of extra concerned with anything else that changes in your body throughout your life as you grow up. So every time we noticed a random bump or anything weird in me, my parents would rush me to the doctor, and sadly more often than not they were right. But because of the genetic retinoblastoma, it was often not that complicated to get a diagnosis quickly and start treatment.
If I had one word to describe my journey with cancer, it would be incidental. Both my thyroid and kidney cancers were found by chance. The first one was because my PCP had done the due diligence in regards to my labs, my renal labs. The second with thyroid cancer was because I'm the one who felt the lump on my thyroid. They were both unexpected. There was no history of either in my family, and yet they happened to me, incidentally, if you will.
My one plea to the young adult cancer care community is to stop reminding me that I am an unusual case. That is not helpful. I cannot change the fact that I had cancer at one point in my life. What I'm here for now is attention and urgency and coordination and respect to my condition, that I have a history. I have a social history. I have a developmental history. I have late effects, and I deserve a great quality of life. I deserve options. I deserve research into my future.
The cancer care community could improve support and treatment for adolescents and young adults by having additional resources and supports for people in that age range. As a patient, I did feel like things were either catered for young children, the pediatric side, or for older adults that were in a different stage of life than I was.
I think care teams need to really understand that as AYAs, going through cancer treatment, we're not children, but we're also not your 65-year-old, 70-year-old cancer patient. We're a unique subset of the population that's really trying to figure out life and live a normal life while also dealing with a life-threatening diagnosis. So I think it's really important for care teams to kind of take the whole person into perspective rather than just the medical record number. Kind of get to know us beyond our diagnosis to help us actually go through treatment as smoothly as possible.
There is a lot that the cancer care community can do to improve their support and treatment of adolescent and young cancer survivors. I think the thing that they can start with is believing us. Believing us when we say we have symptoms, believing us when we're saying something doesn't feel right, believing us when we say, here's this thing that's happening to us. Too often we are dismissed. Too often we're told we are stressed when we're not. And it's something medical. Too often we're told we're being anxious and worrisome for no reason. Too often we're told that what we are living is wrong. Start with believing us. That's how it can improve.
As someone who was diagnosed and grew up in the early 2000s, I had a very unhealthy relationship with my cancer identity because I did not feel like I was visible. I felt like an anomaly. A lot of that was probably due to the fact that my family and I had zero access to any spaces to learn about our cancer experience or connect with other families. The internet and technology really changed that for me. Now that I'm in my young adult years, I'm able to connect with other individuals, and I learned that it's not too late to share my story. It's never too late to get support or seek out support or figure out what your relationship to cancer is, and I'm very grateful for that.
Social media helped me through cancer because I have a rare cancer. There's not a lot of people out there, especially young adults, so I had to go out there and look on social media, see what I could find about my cancer, and I eventually had to form my own community for it. I fostered a community through social media.
For me, being diagnosed during COVID was an extremely lonely time. I found a lot of really good allies, friends, and a lot of really good resources actually on social media, TikTok being the number one for me. I was able to look up hashtags, whether it be adenocarcinoma, the hashtag remission, cancer, whatever it may be. There's literally hundreds of thousands of people out there who have a diagnosis very similar to yours. So that for me was very, very helpful. I've made some really great, strong connections. And I've also had people reach out to me in my 4 years of remission to kind of help guide them along in theirs.
So during my cancer journey, I definitely utilized technology, and that could have been whether I called the nurse on the phone, I chatted the nurse online, or the provider sometimes would answer as well. But being able to communicate that way definitely played a part in what kind of care and treatment I received. And I say that because I had two severe allergic reactions to my treatment plans. One of them was Keytruda and the other one was Taxol. And both of them, I had different symptoms. One of them was Stevens-Johnson syndrome. The other one, my blood pressure was so low, I was passing out and my heart was having issues. And so being able to get online and chat about it, or even calling up the emergency on-call oncologist, that proved to be very effective for me as well, because I could explain what was going on and they could call me back immediately most of the time. Sometimes I had to wait 5 to 10 minutes to get a response back, but they were always there in helping me figure out what is going on and what situation was an emergency and I needed to get to the hospital.
Tech, AI, social media, those were the ways I was able to find the resources that were particularly geared toward my age range. And through that, I was able to find organizations like Elephants and Tea that greatly supported me and helped me to navigate life post-treatment.
Technology has played such a massive role in my cancer experience. It helped me connect to other people like me, young women diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, not just a rare form of cancer, but a rare form of a cancer that is not typically associated with women. It helped give me a vehicle to communicate and share my story through social media, through blogging for the Kidney Cancer Association and Elephants and Tea. It opened up my world as an advocate by closing communication gaps and being a vehicle for connecting me to opportunities.
Thank you for listening to the thoughts, opinions, and stories of AYAs.